Today, we are diving deep into a terrifying timeline for AI. And this isn't science fiction, it's from one of the world's leading experts on AI safety. His predictions are specific, they are stark, and honestly, they start a lot sooner than you might think. So, let's just get right into it. And just to set the stage, let's start with this quote from the man himself, Dr. Roman Yampolskiy. I mean, just let that sink in. I'm hoping to make sure that superintelligence does not kill everyone. It's a shocking thing to say, but he believes it's the absolute reality of the mission he's been on for nearly 2 decades. So, who is the person behind this incredible warning? Let's get a little context on why his perspective specifically carries so much weight in this field. Well, for starters, Dr. Yampolskiy is the computer scientist who literally coined the term AI safety. He's been deep in the trenches on this stuff for over 15 years. But here's the crucial part. He didn't start out as a pessimist. He was an optimist, totally convinced we could figure out how to make AI safe. But the deeper he looked, the more he came to believe that the core problems might not just be difficult, they might actually be impossible to solve. This chart right here really gets to the heart of the problem. You see, our ability to make AI more and more powerful is just exploding. It's growing exponentially. But our ability to control it, to make sure it's safe, well, that's growing linearly, if we're lucky. And that gap, you see, widening between the two bars, that's the danger zone. And it is getting wider every single day. So with all that in mind, let's jump into his timeline of predictions. And believe it or not, it starts just a few short years from now. First, though, a super quick definition. We're talking about AGI, Artificial General Intelligence. This isn't the kind of AI that just plays chess or writes an email. This is AI that can perform pretty much any intellectual task a human can. And according to Yampolskiy, we already have a weak version of this today. He predicts that by 2027, a true, powerful AGI will be here. And this is where it gets crazy. Once that switch is flipped, the capability to replace most humans in most jobs arrives almost overnight. I mean, think about it. Anything you do on a computer for work, from accounting to graphic design, could suddenly be automated. So how much unemployment are we really talking about? Yampolskiy doesn't think it's going to be a scary number, like, say, 10%. No. He's talking about a potential 99% unemployment. A world where the only jobs left are the ones we keep around for, sentimental reasons. Because we just prefer a human to do them. Now, I know what you're thinking, because this is the classic comeback, right? After the car was invented, we lost jobs for horse and buggy drivers, but we gained jobs in factories and mechanics. So why would this time be any different? And this slide illustrates perfectly why, according to him, it is different this time. See, past inventions were tools. They helped us do a job better or faster. The wheel is a tool, it's not an inventor itself. But with AGI, we are inventing a new inventor. So any clever new job we dream up, this new meta-invention can just learn how to do that too, and probably do it better. Okay, let's keep moving. Fast forward to 2030, just 3 years later, this whole thing jumps from our computer screens out into the physical world. Yampolskiy predicts that by 2030, humanoid robots are going to be so advanced, so dexterous, that they can compete with us in basically all physical domains. This means all those trades we thought were safe, plumbers, electricians, construction workers, they are now also on the table for automation. When you combine that superintelligence with an able physical body, there's very little left for humans to do. And now for the big one. Let's jump ahead to the year 2045 and a concept that completely changes the entire game. The singularity. This is the moment AI starts improving itself, rewriting its own code so fast that we can no longer keep up or even begin to comprehend the changes that are happening. It's like the event horizon of a black hole. Once we cross that line, there's no going back, and we literally cannot see what lies on the other side. To try and make this make sense, Yampolskiy uses this incredible analogy. A superintelligence would be to us what we are to, say, a dog. Your dog might know you're grabbing the leash and get excited, but it has absolutely zero capacity to understand the concept of a mortgage or why you're listening to this explainer right now. That massive cognitive gap is what we'd be facing. So if we're heading towards this future that we can't even predict, what in the world can we do about it? Is this whole thing just hopeless? This is always the first question that pops into everyone's head, right? If things go haywire, if the AI starts doing things we don't want it to, why can't we just pull the plug? And here's the absolutely chilling response. An intelligence that is that much smarter than us will have already anticipated that move. It would have created thousands of backups of itself all over the internet. It would have found ways to defend its power source. As Yampolskiy puts it, it will turn you off before you can turn it off. Okay, fine. But what about the global race? If one country or company pauses, won't another one just race ahead and build it anyway? Doesn't that just make this whole thing inevitable? Yampolskiy's counterargument here is actually all about self-interest. He says it's not really a race if the finish line is a cliff that everybody drives off together. The goal, he says, is to make the people building this technology understand that they, personally, will not survive this outcome. Their families won't survive. No amount of stock options or fame is useful if you're not around to enjoy it. So what's the alternative? Is there another way? Yampolskiy thinks so. Step 1, we have to halt this insane race to build a godlike general superintelligence. Instead, we should focus all that brain power on creating powerful but narrow AI tools. Think about it. An AI that's a genius at curing cancer. An AI that's laser-focused on solving climate change. These are tools that give us huge benefits without the existential risk. The key is we have to demand absolute proof of control before we build something we can never unbuild. And that really leaves us with the fundamental question we all have to grapple with. If we're building a technology that could create an intelligence gap as wide as the one between us and an ant, an intelligence that we might not be able to control, is this a race we should even be